Welcome back, everybody, to Why Wait. And for those of you who are new, I'm Chris. And today I wanted to do a quick video, just kind of a quick tip on the Schwintek slide out. Now, a lot of us got the Schwintek slides, and we all know that the Schwintek slides can be a little problematic from time to time. Now, this isn't how to repair your Schwintek slide or fix anything like that. We do have another video, and I'll put a link up to that one right here if you are having issues with that, and that's how to kind of replace the motors in them and things like that. Today, I just want to give you a little tip if your Schwintek slide out is coming in racked. And by racked, I mean it's basically coming in or going out crooked. It's not coming out or going in evenly, and you'll see a gap on one side or the other, either in or out, depending on how it's coming in and going out. Now, in case anybody's wondering, just real quick, the Schwintek slide out is run by two motors up inside the wall, and you can identify your Schwintek slide outs from the outside. They're going to have like a little gear rack system that looks like this right here. So if you do have one of these Schwintek slide outs, and let's say you're going to put the slide out, and you notice when it gets all the way out that it's stopping, one side is hitting the wall, and there's still a pretty significant gap on the other side, that means at some point that Schwintek slide out has gotten a little bit of racked. It's got off kilter a little bit. And what we want to do is sync up these two motors. Let me tell you how to do that. And before we get into it, I just want to say real quick, this is actually a tip that I learned from Todd Henson over at the National RV Training Academy. And this is a tip that I actually learned on the RVTechCourse.com, which I just want to talk about for a quick second right here. If you guys want to know more about your RV and all the systems and everything inside of it, check out this online course. Guys, I've been doing this for almost 6 years, and I just recently took the course and I learned so much stuff I did not know beforehand. If you want to learn how to fully use and understand a multimeter, if you want to know how all the electric in your RV works from the 12 volt to the 120 volt, how they kind of work together, the water systems, how to troubleshoot your water heaters, your furnace, your fridge, your ACs, and so on. Please, I can't recommend this course enough. Again, it's RVTechCourse.com. They're usually running deals. Depending on when you're watching this, you can use code YWAIT and save 40% off. If not, go check them out anyways, because they're usually running deals. And I'll have a link down below that you can click. That'll take you over there. They have two courses, an online course, which is like a fundamentals, and they have the online course, which is like the fundamentals pro. And I definitely recommend the pro because they get into the hands-on part of it and really show you like the workings of these systems. So just something you guys might want to go check out. I've been taking it. It's opened my mind to all kind of things I didn't know, and it's been an amazing course. I really can't recommend it enough, especially if you can't get down to Texas and take the class in person. So again, I just wanted to give credit where credit was due. This tip came from Todd, and it came from taking that course, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So back to it, Schwintek slide out. You're putting your slide out. It's not going out evenly, it's stopping, it's hitting one side, and the other side is not going out all the way, or vice versa, you're bringing it in and the same thing is happening. Well, what you need to do is get these two motors synced up. So if you're putting it out and it stops, one side hit, go ahead and bring it back in. Bring it in about 5 or 6 inches, and then put it out again, but this time when you put it out, hold that button down for about another like 2 or 3 seconds. It's okay to hold the button down even after the slide out has stopped. Do it again. Bring it in a few inches, and then put it out. And when you put it out, hold that button down again for 2 to 3 seconds. And what that's going to eventually do, it's going to sync those two motors up. Every time you do that, it's going to get a little bit closer and closer until both motors are finally synced up when the slide out is fully out against the wall how you want it. And what we're doing here is basically each one of these motors has an amp limit, and it's going to amp out when it hits the wall and it stops moving. That way, as you keep doing this and bringing it in and bringing it out, you're eventually going to get the other one to amp out and sync up by doing that. Eventually, it's going to hit the wall, amp out, and then they're basically going to be synchronized. And each time we do this, it'll eventually reset and amp out and recalibrate itself. Then both motors will be synced up, and then you should be getting it going out or in evenly. So if you guys go to bring that Schwintek slide out in, and you walk outside of the RV, and you notice they're not flush up against the bulb seals, those seals, those D seals or bulb seals that you want them up against, and one side looks a little bit open, you got too big of a gap, you're going to need to go through this process and do this. And this could be a sign of possibly one of those motors maybe eventually weakening or going bad a little bit. We did have a motor go bad, and that was the one video I told you guys about, which we'll have a link to, where the motor eventually crapped out and we had to change out the motor. It cost us like a day or two of time on the road because we had to, order the motor. So I do travel now with the spare Schwintek motor on hand, and that's a good tip there as well, because this happens to a lot of people and this happens quite frequently. So even if you're not confident enough to change out the motor yourself, at least you have the part on hand, and when you call the tech to come out, that'll save you some time and get you guys back on the road. So guys, just a quick tip. And again, check out that rvtechcourse.com. If you haven't, at least go look at it. They have some free examples on there that you can kind of see what the course is all about. You can take it at your own time. You can take it at your own pace. And the cool thing is you'll always have the information that you get to keep. So you can always go back and reference that information in that class anytime you need it to help you out. As always, guys, appreciate you watching this quick video. And get out there, start your full-time RV adventure, because why wait? See you guys next week.